Hi Libra, welcome to December and your tarot reading. Before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. And I want to say, let's see what's happening this month. We're having a full moon in Gemini on December 11th, 12th, over the night of the 11th and the morning of the 12th, depending on where you live. And then we're having a full moon new moon solar eclipse on December 26th. And that will be in Capricorn. So let's see what the cards say for Libra about love and relationships for the month of December. What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for the month of December 2019? What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for December 2019? The Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. This card is flying out of my hand. Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups. Check it out, man. All right, let's see. Five of Cups, the High Priestess, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you're starting out the month. You've been working really hard, Libra. Got the Ten of Wands here. Carrying a heavy load, heavy burden. But the good thing about the Ten of Wands is you're ready to put it down. And you have the Eight of Swords here. You're feeling stuck or trapped. It's like you want to move towards something. You're like afraid to break out of the rut that you're in. This is a card of fear holding you back from taking action. And maybe also you have a lot of responsibilities. Like you don't have, like you want to do things, but you're like, well, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I have all these obligations. So if you're not, there could be an element of being afraid to move forward, move out of a rut that you're in, and move toward love. You have the Two of Pentacles here. You're juggling a lot. You've got a lot of irons in the fire. This is also a card of someone you're avoiding, it's like you're keeping yourself busy to avoid thinking about what's upsetting you. Or, it's like, I'm okay, everything's cool, and you're just keeping yourself busy. It's like laughing on the outside, crying on the inside. But here you have the Three of Wands in the recent past. So you're coming out of, I feel like you're coming out of a period of, you're going to be coming out of a period of limitation or restriction. The Three of Wands is saying, you might be experiencing some type of career success. Because the Three of Wands is about working together as part of a team, planting seeds and seeing the results. So if you've been working on something, you've already started to see some success coming back. I feel like work is interfering with love in December, or at least at the beginning, because you're so busy with so many obligations. You don't really have time for romance. But coming up in the future, you have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. It's there for you. The Ten of Cups is, the Four of Wands is victory, completion, stability. It's there for you. The Ten of Cups is love. You're surrounded by love. People who care about you, who love you. And here's the Five of Cups. But you're stuck in the past. You're still crying over whatever you've lost. This is a card of someone who is feeling a sense of loss, a sense of regret. So even though there's all this love around you, you're not seeing it or you're not feeling it because you're stuck in the past. This card is the person crying over what has been spilt, crying over what they have lost, regretting certain decisions, wishing that things had turned out differently, that they had done different things. And, but there are still 2 cups here. So if there's a relationship, some of you might have a relationship that's maybe a little bit rocky. You're not sure. There's a little instability there. You can salvage the situation with these 2, because you still have 2 cups that are full. You just have to focus on the positive. Focus on what you like, with the good things in the relationship, rather than focusing on what's wrong or the negative. If you focus on the positive in the relationship, you could salvage the situation and let whatever's spilt go. Others, it could be that you're just crying over someone that you've suffered a loss, like a relationship may have ended and you can't get over it. You're still focusing on the past relationship, and you're turning your back on. There could be even 2 options for love. This is like more than one option, but you're not looking at that. You're not looking at what you can salvage or what you still have to work with. You're looking at the past, and you're just stuck in the past. So it's really up to you, Libra. If you want love in your life, you have to let go of the past and turn your back, turn around and look at what's there and see the love that's in your life, or the potential. You have the High Priestess here in your environment. So this could be that someone may have secret feelings for you, feelings that they're keeping hidden. This is a card about things that are hidden. You could be connecting with someone who's very spiritual, very psychic, intuitive, creative. Someone that you have a lot of respect for, that you think very highly of. But I feel like there's more than one option, because you have the 7 of Cups. This is a card of being stuck in the choices. You have different avenues. Like, you can go in different directions, but you're not choosing anything. You're just kind of daydreaming about it. Or you're thinking like, okay, what is it that I do want? I have this option, I have that option. But you're not taking action. But there's potential. But what's holding you back is 2 things. One is fear. Fear of moving out of your current situation. Fear of letting go. Taking that risk. Putting yourself out there. And also your attachment to the past. Not wanting to let go of whatever happened in the past. Whatever you've lost in the past. You're still obsessed with that loss. And then as an outcome card, you have this Queen of Swords. Now, this could be an air sign that you might be dealing with, but it could also be your energy, because the Queen of Swords energy is someone who's been through a heartache, who's been through some difficult times, and they have this wall built up around them. And they're saying, I don't need anyone. I'm independent. I can take care of myself. I don't need help. They're pushing people away. Or they're keeping people at a distance. Like you don't want to drop your guard. You don't want to be vulnerable. Or you're afraid to be vulnerable. And it's preventing love from entering your life if you do that. But there's love all around you. And there's the potential for a connection that could lead to stability, marriage, or even if not marriage, but at least something stable, something successful, something satisfying. You just have to make up your mind, because you have the 2 of Pentacles here. That's a card of choices. So you might have 2 options. I feel like you have 2 options, because you have the 2 of Pentacles here, and then you have these 2 cups back here. So there could be that you're trying to choose, what do I want? Where do I want to go? Do I want to choose this person or that person? Do I want to choose to move out of my current situation? I don't know. But the future, there's love in your future. There's stability in your future. You can make a strong connection. If you're not in a relationship, you can make a strong connection if you can overcome the fear and drop your guard and release yourself from the past, your past sorrow. It's like you're wallowing in the past or wallowing in the sorrow. For those of you who are in a relationship, it's possible that your struggles within the relationship are coming to an end. If you've had any kind of heavy obligation that's interfered with your relationship, you're coming to the end of that cycle. So you're going to be freed from something that's been carrying like that, like a heavy workload or some kind of baggage, something that's been weighing on you is going to be ending that cycle. And so then you're going to be freed to enjoy this Four of Wands and this Ten of Cups love energy. And you won't have to juggle, or be torn between two things, because you'll be able to put down the burden. So take some time out with the High Priestess and really use your intuition to lead you. Follow your inner voice. If you're trying to make a decision, listen to that that inner guidance. It will point you in the right direction. And mostly, drop your guard, drop that wall, and let people get closer. So let's see what the astrology says. So full moon in Gemini, that's favorable to your sign. It's happening in your 9th house, and the sun's in the 3rd house. So this is the house of communication, long distance travel. You could be coming back, you could be finishing up some type of educational program, long distance travel, coming back from a trip around this full moon. There could be some type of communication. You might be communicating with someone from a distance. You have a lot of energy going through your 4th house. You have Saturn, Venus, Pluto, Jupiter. So issues this month are going to be connected with home and family. You might be busy with home and family. There could be some obligations around home and family that need to be taken care of, so you don't have time for love, or you don't have time for relationship. There's also, you need to be also going, reevaluating some childhood patterns, and that some issues that originated in childhood, some habits, patterns, types of behavior that formed during your childhood may be revisited this month, with the potential to be freed from that, with the potential for a new beginning, to come to terms with certain things that originated in your childhood. You might be revisiting those, memories or things like that. Mars is going through the 2nd house, and it's trining Neptune in the 6th house. Now usually when Mars is the energy planet, so wherever Mars is, that's where your energy is focused. So you might be focused on financial things. Maybe you feel like your job is not paying enough, or you need more money to cover bills, because when Mars goes through the 2nd house, sometimes your expenses rise. So if you're doing anything connected with the home, you might have some expenses around that. And Neptune in the 6th house, but it's a trine, so that's good. You also have Jupiter in the 4th house. So if you're looking for a new place to live, Jupiter can bring opportunity. Like if you're thinking about selling a home and moving into a new home, Jupiter can help you find the right place. It gives you luck wherever Jupiter falls. Jupiter is also trining Uranus in your 8th house. So there could be some unexpected opportunity where you get some kind of financial support. Because the 8th house is house that, like an insurance payout, or some kind of money loan from a bank. Money that you get from others. Not money that you earn through your business or your career or your job. the 8th house is also the house of intimacy. So you could have an opportunity to create greater intimacy with someone that you share your home with. Like if you're living with someone, there could be a sudden opportunity. Maybe someone comes to visit you or something, I don't know, in your house. Because Venus, at this full moon, Venus is going to be trining Pluto. That's the card of passion. That's a passionate connection. Venus trine Pluto. Now, Venus is in Capricorn. So it's a little bit, Venus is not comfortable in Capricorn. Because Capricorn energy, Venus is about love and the expression of love. And Capricorn is very reserved. Capricorn. So if you're connecting with someone at all in December, it could be someone that does not show their emotion. They're kind of controlled. They're afraid to express their love. Or they're very serious or conservative. Because you have Saturn, Venus, and Pluto. They're intense. They can have intense feelings. But they're not one to wear their heart on their sleeve. So you almost have to be a mind reader to know what they're feeling or thinking. But Jupiter is there. So Jupiter could bring you luck around the house. Somewhere in your home environment. You might have a gathering or a get-together. But you have the potential to create, out of the blue, some unexpected connection that can lead to greater intimacy. And Chiron, which is the wounded healer, is going through your. It's moving direct now, right the day after this new moon, this full moon, and it's in your 7th house. So there could be some development in a relationship that brings healing to your life. Now, the solar eclipse is happening in your 4th house at the end of December. And that new moon eclipse, new moons always mean new beginnings. But because it's an eclipse, it could be something ends, something new begins. And Jupiter is there. So it's an opportunity for expansion. It's an opportunity to connect with someone that is possibly very different. So someone that can bring greater intimacy into your life, but also someone who can expand your mind in some way. Because Jupiter is a planet of optimism, expansion. It relates to teaching and learning and spirituality. And it's trining Uranus. This solar eclipse, for everyone, because to me, I think it's going to be a positive solar eclipse. Even though Saturn and Pluto are almost conjunct, and their energy is in Capricorn, but they're far away from this new moon. The new moon is right on Jupiter and Uranus. It's at 4 degrees. Jupiter's at 6 degrees, I think. And Uranus is at 2 degrees. So it's like a sandwich. This new moon is sandwiched in between Uranus and Jupiter. And Jupiter and Uranus, when they make a connection, it means opportunity. It means sudden opportunity. Out of the blue, something you never expected pops up into your life. And it gives you an opportunity for a new beginning. And where is this happening? In your 4th house. So maybe you have this sudden opportunity to create a new home for yourself. Or a new place, or a new relationship with family. Or something where you feel nurtured and supported. Because the 4th house is usually ruled by Cancer. And that's the house of mother and nurturing and family support, early childhood. It also represents the end of your life, the later stages of life. So there could be some changes, exciting changes happening. Let's see what else. You have Mars in the 2nd house. I think I went over that. Mars is still in the 2nd house. Now it's sextiling. At this new moon, Mars in the 2nd house is sextile to Saturn and Pluto. So there could be something happen that brings a chance to earn money, more money into your life, because Mars in the 2nd house. But also the 2nd house has to do with self-esteem and the things that you value. So things could be happening that help you to feel better about yourself in some way. They help increase your self-esteem. Maybe you're just feeling more confident at this new moon. This new opportunity, whatever it is, it could bring a change in your status, because it's also kind of connecting with the North Node in Cancer. It's like you have a new opportunity to release yourself from past patterns and habits and to embrace a new beginning that is more nurturing, more in line with who you are, that helps you get on the right path where you're actually sharing your gifts in a more authentic way. Because the South Node is about what you need to leave behind. The South Node is where you came from, your history, your habits, and that's all Capricorn energy, right? Of responsibility, obligation. So you've been probably spending a lot of energy taking care of family and doing everything for everybody, and probably neglecting your own needs and being overwhelmed in family things. But at this new moon, you have an opportunity to break free from that and to do something that helps nurture your needs, that helps you, it changes your status and somehow. Maybe even, you might even think about it, some of you might be thinking about a new career path. Some of you might just change, like the 10th house represents status, as in, usually it's your life path, your career path, your soul purpose. But it can also mean a change of status where you go from married to single or single to married, or, you're just changing how you're seen in the public eye. So where people have always seen you in a certain way, framework, now you're having this new opportunity to be seen in a different way. Maybe you were always seen as someone who's always a busy bee working, and now you're going to be seen as someone who's more nurturing, who's softer. You have a softer energy, not so serious. But you definitely have an opportunity for new beginnings around the home, family, and your roots. The 4th house is the house of putting down roots, feeling secure. So this is an opportunity to create a new home for yourself that will be more nurturing, that will be more fulfilling, that will surround you with love and stability. And you can put down your burdens. You can maybe stop working so hard, maybe have more balance, more work-life balance. And you might be connecting with some people from the past, because sometimes the 5 of Cups can bring people from the past back into your life. You might be thinking of the past and wanting to reconnect. But you're in this indecisive mode. You have to get out of that. You have to make a decision. Otherwise, nothing will change. So, I really think that you have this amazing opportunity. So take advantage of it. If an opportunity knocks, answer the door. Don't let it go unanswered because of fear or indecision. So that's my forecast for December, Libra. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it's been a help to you. And for those of you who would like to have a private reading, we can go deeper into your personal situation. Just click on the link in the description box and we'll get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful December. Have a happy holiday for those who are celebrating, either whatever you're celebrating, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, solstice. I'm just wishing you love and light. And I want to say thank you for everyone who has supported this channel, either by subscribing or commenting or ordering readings. Without you, this channel wouldn't be here. So I am grateful to have you support me, and I'm glad that you're watching the videos and enjoying the videos. In the meantime, have a wonderful December, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.